You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live.
What really chops my cheese is the mass shootings that have been going on. I speak for myself. I'm very fed up with the shit that's been going on, and it just makes me fearful for potential kids that I have. You know, everybody is a collective. Like, you don't know when your last day could be on you, and it's just like, it's the sucky part is it's like, me and Austin was talking, and we read a stat where it said 222 shootings have happened so far this year.
Something like that.
And it hasn't even been
222?
it hasn't been 6 months yet. We just reaching 6 months.
And they categorize it as 4 or more people are hit.
Yeah.
For a mass shooting.
Oh, okay. If four more people pass.
4 more people have been shot.
Get shot? Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, it's become so normalized. I don't know about you, but I feel like we get the reaction, and then like a week or two later, it's like people forget about it. Oh, the camera. People forget about it. So it's just like what? Like, it's just, I don't know. It just really chops my cheese that it feels like there's nothing that can be done. And then when you comparing it to other countries, sort of similar like U.S., they don't have these problems.
Yeah.
Like Europe, they don't have these problems. Australia, they don't have these problems. So it's just like, why is America in this situation where people are killing people because of race, or people are getting bullied and they're killing innocent kids? Like, what?
Yeah.
And I don't.
212 so far.
212.
In this past year?
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's
That's
like
a lot.
it just really bothers me, and like it really chops my cheese because, you know, people present arguments on why like there shouldn't be any gun control law or why there should, and it just feels like everybody has their own agenda and nobody's thinking about the collective, and it feels like nothing can be done.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with the right to bear arms, but bear arms responsibly.
But 18-year-olds should not be
Yeah,
getting
they should definitely. I'm seeing people saying they should bump the age up to like
25.
25.
Yes, 25.
I think that makes sense.
You
Like, why not have 25 seems like the right time.
I'm not saying that 25s are not capable of doing something
Exactly,
like that, but it's like it puts a
your mind matures
Yeah.
as you get older.
I guess, but I mean, people who go to the army at 18 then.
And that's also
Would
the
that,
argument.
that would be the exception, I guess.
But they could say, well, why don't you just bump the age up for that? But they're never going to
They
do
would
that.
never do that.
Exactly.
If
So
they could make it younger, they would. That's a fact.
I must say, I'm looking at the list, and they go by state. They have like the dates in the states of all these mass shootings, and Texas is up here quite a lot. It's mostly the southern states.
yeah. Where they don't
100%.
really have gun control.
yeah,
niggas-
Texas just
niggas
passed
bring
a
their guns
law
to dinner.
where you could permit to carry out in public, I think,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
it's much more easier to get guns than it was before. So the problem is there's no federal like really gun control law because people don't want it to be a federal thing. They want it to be a state to state thing. But the problem is it's like,
I think Georgia did that too.
yeah, Georgia did it too. Yeah. So the problem is it's like people bring up, oh, like Chicago, people get killed in Chicago like that. But it's only in selected few neighborhoods. And I think they said like 60% of the guns that come into Chicago are from like states like Indiana and Wisconsin because Chicago has a tough gun law. So because there's no federal law, people can go across state lines and bring the guns from those states in there. So it's just like, it's all these factors and it's all these like people who like really like, it's all like, you know what really bothers me is when people are like, oh, we're just gonna pray, and it's like, how much praying can you do? Like, at what point is there like no resolution, no like something has to be done?
What do you think? is
I
something?
believe there needs to be tougher gun laws. I mean, for me, I'm not a big proponent of guns, but I understand people feel comfortable being protected having a gun. I can understand that, but I really think like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, or like I just think there needs to be a really extensive background check, and I think there needs to be a federal law.
Yeah.
Like nobody's stopping you from having a gun, but there needs to be a lot of barriers in protecting people and backgrounds. And I also heard another argument where they was talking about teachers and people need to bear arms. Y'all don't even pay teachers.
Shit.
Y'all don't even pay
Guns.
teachers enough
Shit.
to teach. You want them now to teach and protect your child? That don't make no sense. What if your child gets smart with them? They can be like, nigga, I got this
Say.
AK. You better act the fuck right.
If our teachers in high school had guns,
I'd be a goner right
we
now.
would be dead, bro.
I would be a goner
We would be
right now.
fucking dead. They was fucking terrorizing the teachers in van.
Could
Like,
you imagine making a teacher cry? She's like, nigga,
yo, shut the fuck up. Pistol whip you, bow. Nigga, shut up.
it's just
Nah,
it's
yeah.
just nonsensical solutions, and it's It just sucks.
Yeah,
So,
I shake my head every time I see the mayor go on TV and talk about gun control, gun control.
Yeah.
We got to get the guns off the streets,
guns.
right? And they throw out this stat: we recovered this many guns. It's crazy because all I got to do is a 4-hour, 5-hour drive out of New York, right? Go to another state.
Yep.
I could pick up some shit and come right back. Like,
Come right back,
like
yep.
you're not doing it. You're getting them off the streets, but the problem is they're coming in, right?
Yeah.
And you're not stopping them from coming in. You're just getting them off the street now. But a new wave of guns are going to come in because it's so easy and accessible. All you got to do is drive.
Yo, as
know
much
what I
as much as it is a hard time to go to the DMV, as much as it is a hard time to rent a car,
I
as
haven't
much
been
as
to
it's
the
a hard
DMV in
time
like
to
2
Get an
years.
apartment, get a crib, get a loan from the bank. Make it that hard to get a fucking gun.
For real.
I'm not gonna lie.
These fake
DMV,
niggas
they
be
fixed them. They
denying
fixed
you.
they shit up.
The DMV kind of quicker now.
Yeah,
but
they a little quicker. They doing
I
online
haven't
shit.
been to the DMV in like 2 years.
That's
And I
'cause you live in
definitely am
Philly.
late on my eye inspection. But I got 20/20 vision, so it don't matter.
Talk to him.
You got to throw that in there.
talk to
you know,
him.
they gotta
You
know.
don't get your
Stunning on
adulting
Gus?
ass out of here, nigga. Be
Niggas-
mature and shit.
Nigga
It's
stunting
adult
on
stat.
Gus.
I got glasses. my
God
bad.
damn. Nigga, what's your vision, Gus?
You making it hot.
What's your vision?
Let me making it hot.
Don't worry about it.
Thick
All
ass
right.
glasses.
Chop my
Let me-
cheese. Who next?
Me.
Let me read some of these comments real quick. Melody says that mass shooting is heartbreaking. Poor babies in elementary school, so sad. Yeah, it's definitely
a silver
sad.
lining though. One of them survived. There's one of the girls that she got shot 5 times. She's looking to make a full recovery though. She did make it. That's one of the silver linings in this.
Shout outs to her. Prayers to her and her
Prayers to
family.
family.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
To kid-
Chanel says, yeah, and the supermarket shooting 11 days ago with 10
Yeah.
black elders dying by a white
Hatred that
supremacist.
people. That's crazy. man.
Melody says, why should people feel scared to take their kids to school? Shaking my head, so sad. Shout out to Love Lavender in the chat. She said, Timmy Thomas says,
Sorry.
She's
it's
only
hap-
gonna be here for about 10 minutes anyway.
Timmy Thomas says, it's
Facts.
happening because people are taking God out of everything. Ooh, Timmy, talk about it. Explain more. Love Lavender says, protect kids from guns by bringing in more guns. People are idiots. And Reggie Porter says, only problem is if you have no priors or mental issues, you can pass a background check.
And
They need a
also,
mental health check.
but they keep talking about mental health. I know this is my last point. They keep saying, oh, it's a lot of his mental health, but mental health is not a USA thing. It happens across the world. So why is it that other countries are not having this problem? Depression could be felt anywhere and across the world. So I don't think that's just a major reason. Like, obviously, that could be a
You
reason.
saw First Take this morning?
I did. So Russo, yeah. It was good. I don't agree
They-
with
they
him a
were-
lot of
they
stuff.
They were going in though.
Yeah,
They let it be known. I like to see the different platforms voice their opinions because they
Yeah.
have the platform, right?
Exactly.
They talk about it everywhere.
I mean, it's cool to see them talk about it, but the same way they're up in arms about it, I feel like the Senate needs to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, they the
What we vote them for? Why vote them if you just not
They
if
up
you're
there for
not
the
gonna do
check.
nothing?
That's what I'm